The standard cow is about 102 inches long, 60 inches tall, 45 inches wide, which is about 275,400 cubic inches of cow.
That's a lot of
It's a lot of cow.
Why did you pick cubic inches?
That's a very random calculation.
Well, so I was trying. It'll all become clear. So from that portion of cow, you get about 750 pounds of like dressed meat. If you scale a cow down to where it's now 24 inches long, it's then 14.12 inches tall and 10.59 inches wide, which is pretty small. That's only about 3,600 cubic inches of cow, which converts to about, since I'm assuming the cow is still just as dense, your cow now gets you about 9.77 pounds of meat.
That's a little less.
That's not much. And a fun thing about cows is that cows give birth after about 9 months, just like people. And also usually only have one baby at a time, just like people. So shit, that's not sustainable. So we have people effectively now eating, with a current American diet, you're eating around 5 cows a year.
Oh no.
So no more McDonald's or Burger King.
Right. Well, and so that's what, so, you know, like cows, right out. Pigs, sort of similar problem. I didn't do all the math on them because it was weirdly hard to find measurements of pigs. I don't know why. No one measures their pigs. I don't know. But
it's one of those questions you can't answer. How big are pigs? Nobody knows.
No one knows.
But it looks like pigs would be about half the size, so it winds up about a quarter of the meat. So similar problem. It's less of an issue there because pigs do have multiple pigs in a litter, but you're still getting a lot less meat, definitely. They're going to have to replace somehow. So I thought, okay, so how are you going to actually fill in all this, you know, protein that we got to, you know, take care of now? So I thought about chickens, because chickens are going to get bigger. But a chicken's wingspan is about 18 inches. So it's not getting that much bigger.
Oh, you're only getting like slightly fatter chickens.
Yeah, a little bit more chicken, but it's basically just all chickens are now those freaky chickens that McDonald's uses.
Yeah.
Is kind of what you're looking at. So you're not getting a whole lot there. I was thinking maybe like the eggs would be bigger, but once again, they're going to be a little bit bigger, but not much. It's not going to get you a whole lot there. So obviously...
for a second, I thought you were going to say that you're going to have 2-foot eggs. And I'm like, eggs are not animals.
No, that's not how that works, actually.
We play it pretty loose here, but no, we're not having 2-foot eggs.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we never established that, like, baby animals aren't 2 feet long.
I decided to scale those down as well, because otherwise we get into some tricky, like, TARDIS situations.
Yeah, I don't want to call our episode Vagina Problems.
Right. Speaking of playing things pretty loose. Anyway, so obviously the correct and simple solution to animals producing much less meat is we just get more beans and legumes or things like that and eat that for our protein. But that's boring. I don't want to do that. I mean, we'll probably will do that too, because there's only so much you can do. But what I realized is that there's actually an animal that is already eaten for meat occasionally, but not that much because it doesn't produce that much meat. And that is, of course, the humble rabbit.
Oh.
So the thing about rabbits is that you can go from one rabbit to a lot of rabbits really, really fast.
I've heard they fuck like rabbits.
They do, actually. That's where that expression comes from. So I actually found some math, or someone did the complicated math for me, where... So basically, a rabbit will have 1 to 14 babies per litter. It takes them about a month to give birth. And fun fact about rabbits... they are induced ovulators, which means they could be impregnated again basically within like minutes of giving birth without having like wait for a cycle or anything. So conceivably, you can have a litter of rabbits once every month. And it looks like the like length of time you can assume a rabbit will be able to give birth is about 7 years. That litter, like I said, is 1 to 14 rabbits. So say on average 6 to make the math easier. Say half of those are females. So if you keep rolling through there and basically adding the females back into the birthing population as you go, by the end of 7 years from one female rabbit, you will have gotten approximately 94,862,569,180 female rabbits. Female rabbits. So you actually double that to get your number of total rabbits. And obviously, you're going to have some you're going to be using for food. You're going to have some that are just going to die of natural causes, things like that. But you get a lot of rabbits very quickly.
Yeah, you're going to have some that die from the pressure of have 8 million rabbits stacked on top of them.
Right. Mother's Day is stressful. But I mean,
and Elmer Fudd is going to be all over this. Elmer Fudd is going to run PETA. He's going to be like, duck season.
But yeah, so the rabbits that usually get used for food are about 10 to 12 pounds a rabbit, so you can assume about 8 pounds of meat you're getting per rabbit. That's with our universe rabbit. In this, so those rabbits are about a foot long, so double that, so you're getting up to about 30-ish pounds of meat per rabbit.
Do the ears count towards the length?
Ooh, I don't actually know about that. I was thinking no, but...
Oh, man, your whole answer's fucked now.
I feel like ears on rabbits, they don't go forward, though.
They go up.
They go kind of like up and back. I think you're okay. I think it's like...
I don't know, I'd measure a rabbit by the height.
Like snout to... Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, just like picture Bugs Bunny right now. Just the height.
Actually, no, if I measured Bugs Bunny, I don't think I would count his ears.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I think if someone asked me how tall Bugs Bunny was, I just measured the top of his head.
His ears go straight up, though.
Like, would you say that someone who's 6 foot tall with like an afro is actually like 6'5"?
Ears are different than hair, though.
Well, what if you had like a really weird Legolas looking dude and he was 5 foot tall and his ears added another 6 inches?